Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Gold and Liberty by Richard M. Salzman. Quote from page 1, what better place to start? Nearly all the gold ever extracted from the earth in human history remains in someone's possession today, and gold continues to be mined in quantities that would have astonished the ancients. Pause there. Why does he say that almost all of it ever mined is still in someone's possession? Because it doesn't rust, it doesn't corrode, so there is gold that was mined thousands of years ago that today is just in another form of bullion somewhere or something. Some of it has gone down on ships that sunk out in the ocean, and lots of stuff's happened to gold. Some of it has been eaten. In the 1990s it was fashionable to sprinkle a little bit of gold on a salad in some places. I heard of that happening in New York because it's shiny and it looks nice, and gold was historically cheap. And for like $10 worth of gold, your salad could look lovely. And it's not a heavy metal, doesn't stick in your body or anything, it's chemically inert. So there's some gold in our sewage systems and stuff too. What is it that so attracts man to gold? As this book will show, gold retains its worth no matter what the economic or political situation. For this reason, among others, gold has served as money throughout human history. Gold was first coined more than 25 centuries ago and has been used as money by all great civilizations. Greece and Rome used gold money. The industrial revolutions of Britain and America in the 18th and 19th centuries were built on a foundation of gold convertible money. Relatively rapid, non-inflationary growth was achieved in the United States, Germany, and Japan after World War II under the Bretton Woods system. Bretton Woods is a big resort hotel in New Hampshire, B-R-E-T-T-O-N. And the Zeitgeist nutcases and the New World Order people and the people who believe in the Bilderbergers and the Rothschilds and the Illuminati, they're wild about this. They think that Bretton Woods was some big thing to sell out the modern world. Actually, Bretton Woods set Germany and Japan on the road to economic recovery by making them a gold-based economy. And it was actually going away from the Bretton Woods system that people should be concerned about, not what happened at Bretton Woods. Well, probably what happened there could be a concern too, but the New World Order people and the Illuminati nutcases notwithstanding. Okay, under the Bretton Woods system, which, despite serious flaws, retained gold as its centerpiece. The political system determines whether or not gold is a part of the monetary system. True, but he means something a little more than that, doesn't he? He says politics determines whether money's part of it. He doesn't just mean that politicians decide. He means, quote, historically, when there has been greater political liberty, gold has been an integral part of the monetary system. In periods of increasing government intervention and control of economic decision-making, in war or in peace, gold has been forcibly removed from the monetary system. End quote. Look at the 1800s in the United States. Gold served as the money throughout the 1800s, except as about a 10-year period around the Civil War, when the government wanted to control the economy very tightly and be able to spend what it wanted, where it wanted, when it pleased, and had to do away with gold as the money system in order to get that power. Now, we skip a little bit. The present state of money truly is unprecedented. Not since the Dark Ages has mankind seen money so pervasively subordinated to the arbitrary wishes of officials wielding monopoly on the use of force. The Dark Ages, that was the last time that money was this far removed from objective value, ladies and gentlemen. The economic degradation and despair of that era were sobering, given what Greece and Rome had achieved in previous centuries. Again, Greece and Rome doing so on a basis of hard gold, or hard currency. In contrast, from the Renaissance until 1971, with rare and brief exceptions like in the Great Depression and Civil War, money was gold or was linked to gold, and human living standards rose enormously from the Renaissance to 1971, and then that son of a bitch Nixon did his work. Today's world is not like the Dark Ages. Neither is it the world of unprecedented political freedom and economic prosperity that existed in the 19th century. The past quarter century has seen the value of fiat paper money gyrating beyond all expectations against one another and against gold. This period has seen bouts of price inflation and disinflation, which we call deflation. Volatile interest rates, boom and bust cycles, bank failures. These problems have appeared before in human history, but now they pervade our world. No nation is immune from them. Why? Because no nation is on a basis of gold. What few people recognize is that each of these problems reflects in some way the abandonment of gold money. Gold is no ordinary commodity. Over the centuries, this precious metal has served as a medium of exchange and store of wealth. Now, I pause for a second there. He says it's no ordinary commodity. It has virtually no use besides as a store of wealth. It's beautiful, you can make trinkets out of it and stuff, but it's chemically inert. There's nothing you can use it for. There's nothing you can do it for. It carries electricity very well and very efficiently, but to use it as connection for electricity is expensive, and it is used. Your cell phones probably have gold connections in some of the stuff inside. But there's virtually nothing you can use gold for. There are some things, and there are some things you can only use gold for. But by and large, it's the greatest value that can be placed in gold is as a medium of exchange and storage of wealth. Civilized people, intent on bettering their condition, understood that alchemy and barter would not accomplish their aims, but sound money could. Alchemy. Some of them kept trying alchemy, even good old Newton. And Newton understood that a monetary system had to be based on non-fluctuating, standardized money, and you couldn't constantly debase the currency. He understood that, and yet he kept with his alchemy experiments. Precious metals are the basis of the only sound money known to mankind, because the metals could not be created by the arbitrary whim of rulers or by the incantations of clerics. Pause for a second there. I talked to an economics major who said that the problem with gold is there's something like the rush in '48, and the 49ers go out to California, and all this gold comes rushing into the cities back east, or the gold rush up in Alaska, or dozens of gold rushes throughout the 1800s in America, because gold was such a valuable commodity during this great period of economic growth. And so he protests, look, it's just somebody finds some gold in a hole in the ground, and all of a sudden the money supply increases. Well, for the money supply to increase, for example, from the time Columbus landed in America to like 100 or 200 years later, all the gold that came into Europe forced prices up 6%. I don't remember if the period was 100 to 200 years. It was over a century. We have 6% rise in prices. I mean, it's 2 or 3% rise in prices any old year. And so that means 1 year and 9 months you get a 6% rise on the base. That's nothing. That's paper. You know, if you're going to complain about, say an increase in the supply of gold can raise prices, yeah, but you can do that like that with paper. So if that's the issue, gold's the way to go. If you don't want prices to skyrocket because of increasing the money, gold is the place to do that. And even when you have a gold bonanza and a new boom and a big mountain of gold is found, all the labor and stuff that goes into that, dumping it on the market does not increase prices significantly. Those who dismiss gold as a fetish or a barbarous relic, like the late British economist John Maynard Keynes, believe government-managed paper money represent a scientific advance. Gold, it is claimed, is now just another commodity.